I want to start a Kung Fu challenge, hashtag stay ready, because I've been going up to every single castmate and like, oh, you almost died right now. Stay ready.
She'll throw so you'll be like looking off, doing your work, and she'll come up with like a fist or like a knife hand in your throat, and she's like, stay ready! More!
Lunch
break!
This episode of Lunch Break is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence for you and your business.
Hey, welcome everyone to a very amazing lunch break. We have so many amazing guests with us today. We have Eddie Liu, we have Olivia Liang, and we have the legend Tzi Ma with us. And we're talking today about Kung Fu, the new CW show that's coming out. It's already out, actually, by the time this is released. And there's so much to jump into. There's so much to talk about. We're just so happy to have you.
Great. So,
Hi.
good to see you guys. Wow, look at you all.
We also want to shout out our plus one today. It's Catherine Eng, and she requested that we eat Chinese or Taiwanese food. So I have red pork belly rice.
Oh, what's Thai eating? I want whatever Thai's eating.
I'm eating a creation of an amalgamation of all Asian cuisines.
I really wish we could be doing this in person. But you guys are actually still shooting right now, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
we're in the middle of episode 11 now, which
Wow.
is being directed by one of your guys' friends.
It is amazing, yeah, actually, that one of the directors is actually a Wong Fu alumni too. So we have a lot of Wong Fu alumni in the show, but it's great that through y'all we can be meeting amazing, people like Ty and Eddie as well. So this is really, really exciting.
Who's the Wong Fu alum? Did you tell me?
Me,
Oh, you are?
yeah, and
Oh,
our
cool.
director Viet.
Oh no, get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's rewind and talk about the show and who you all play in the show, just so that people have some context.
I'll start. I play Nikki Shen. She's a girl who lost it, went to China after her mom tried to control her life, which is what all of us do. We run away to China, to a Shaolin monastery to learn Kung Fu.
I've done it twice.
And yes. And now that after an unfortunate event happens at the monastery where she was, she's back home and has to repair the relationships that she left behind. She's got this new skill set that she wants to put to use, and this really drive to make sure that there's good and justice in the world.
So I'm Eddie. I play Henry Yan. Occupation, he's a grad student and a TA. He's studying Chinese history. And he also happens to be a martial arts instructor at the Chinatown Community Center. He teaches Tai Chi. He loves studying history. He's a geek about that. And in the pilot, he meets Nikki, and he proves to become a useful asset. And if you haven't seen the pilot from last night, he may or may not possibly be a future potential love interest. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so they just described the B storyline, right? So here's the A storyline, all right? I play Jen Shen, and I am the dad. I'm the loving father, and I am the dad is going to be the role model of all Asian dads from now on.
Yes.
All
As if he wasn't
let's keep that
already.
in mind. I don't want to give it all away. I've been some dads. I've been playing some dads that's a little rough. Losing my daughters all the time. Like that kind of thing. No, really, man. What they describe, they are the A storyline, really. And our storyline is, you're getting two stories in one show, man. I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. We're about the Chinese American family.
It was actually really surreal watching the pilot and seeing all you guys in a mainstream show that, accurately and authentically depicted at least a lot of my experiences growing up.
I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, but this show is actually based on a previous show, which was actually based on a previous show. And a lot of people don't realize that there's a history behind this. It wasn't just like, oh, let's just make a show called Kung Fu like out of nowhere. This has existed. And I mean, I remember growing up in the 90s and seeing a show called Kung Fu, The Legend Continues.
I watched that.
Right, and there was this guy who I'm like, is he Asian? Maybe.
David Carradine. David Carradine.
I thought the same thing.
Right? And you're like, wait, what is
And he
going
had a
on here?
white son.
I found out later on that it was based on this other show in the 70s that was actually, has roots to Bruce Lee. Ty, do you remember when the first series came out and David Carradine was cast in this show that was kind of supposed to be based on Bruce Lee, right?
You know what? Let's put it this way, man. David Carradine has been blessed, and he's been a very lucky man, because when he was doing the series, he had all these great Asian American actors that guest on the show. So it was like the only show that we ever see Asian American faces on them, and they were all A-listers, man. They were all like really represented, and they were really good. Guys like Mako, Robert Ito, I mean, these are all like James Shigeta. Wherever David is at this point, he should thank us, give us a lot of love, because we definitely made him look good.
I remember watching the 70s version with my dad. He was a big fan of the original. And to see how some of those elements translated to the pilot, it's a fun show to watch, and it really moves.
How did it feel for all of you guys to kind of revisit this story? And I mean, obviously Olivia, it's actually a woman as the lead too. That's just such an amazing step forward, and a different turn. What does it feel like to take on that role and that responsibility?
Okay, I will need to get this out of the way. I need to say something, because you guys as Wong Fu have been doing this work already for over 15 years, right? And it makes me really emotional that we get, it's come really full circle where you guys get to see what you've been striving towards, actually on a major network, an all Asian family, and not just the family is Asian, not just the nuclear family, but we're set in Chinatown, a lot of Asian guest stars, a lot of Asian background actors, it's Asian America. And we wouldn't be here if you guys didn't start laying the groundwork there. And I mean, so many of the Asian American actors who are working right now got their start in Wong Fu. And so I just need to say that, because you guys did so much important work and you continue to do it, and we wouldn't be here without you guys. And that being said, you guys know the pressure to represent well. Yeah.
It's an exciting time for the whole cast, and I think I say that with the positives and some of the criticism that is going to come with any show. And we're used to that too. People are going to look to your show as if it's going to answer all the questions and conflicts that we've been faced with. But the thing is, it's not going to be one show, one film that's going to answer all those things. But it is a step forward, and a big step in a lot of ways.
Yeah, what are you most excited for your role to represent?
I'm just excited that we are going to see several kinds of Asian Americans, not just an archetype, not just a stereotype, not just a typecast. And we're gonna get to see them live these whole, full lives. This is gonna be the first time I think I've seen in a 1-hour drama of an Asian American family, we get to see characters fight with each other, be annoyed at each other, be frustrated with each other, fall in love, look for their purpose. So it's so well-rounded, and we get to see so many facets of what it is to be a human, and it just happens to be told from an Asian perspective.
Eddie, do you feel the same way? I mean, I know you had experience on Never Have I Ever, already getting to play, a romantic,
the desirable male lead.
Which we know, and I'm sure Ty also remembers too. It wasn't always like that. It was tough to be viewed as anything but obviously emasculation and always being overlooked. So how does it feel to take on your role?
It's interesting that you mentioned Never Have I Ever, because last spring when the show came out, there were people who were critical of the lead of that show. Mai Choi plays Davy, and people were like, "Well, I wasn't like this as an Indian girl." And Mai Choi, tweeted this. This is not supposed to be the Indian girl experience. This is just a Indian girl experience, and we don't need to explain it. We don't need to qualify it. That's how I feel about this. It's we are not a documentary on how to be Chinese American or Asian American. We are just a family. What progress is not me telling you or anyone else how to be me. It's the fact that I'm just being me. That's a form of progress. What I love about playing Henry is that he doesn't apologize for any part of his existence. He's smart. Yes, he's Chinese. He's absolutely proud of it, but he doesn't tell you he's proud of it. He just lives it.
anytime you're a marginalized group or you're a minority that gets so few chances to be seen in the mainstream, there is a huge amount of pressure that, hey, this is the one of the few chances that we get on screen. So you got to represent me or you got to represent everyone. But the whole point, like you said, real progress is when we have a lot of choices and when we have a lot of different roles and depictions. And, you know, throwing this to Ty, like, how do you feel, you know, seeing that this show even exists, you know, in 2021 when you were pounding the pavement in your early years of your career? Like, is this kind of like the dream of what you've always been hoping for to see in terms of representation?
I think every show should really copy our show because we not only represent and include and diverse, you know, in our makeup in terms of cast and story. Also, people who are in control, who are calling the shots. Our Zoom room is multicultural. Women are represented. LGBTQs represented. You know, all our directors, all our guest directors, you know, are people of color, women. We are very inclusive. And I think we should be the blueprint. And I understand, you know, when all hopes and dreams are putting on our show because we do not have enough voices still. So we take on that responsibility. The key is we move forward from this point on, listen to other voices, have other voices develop, and do not ever shy away. I want to tell your audiences that really don't shy away from your own stuff, man. Tell your stories and tell it the way you want to tell it, and don't ever compromise on how you tell it. You tell it the way you want to. That's where we go from here. We're just the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up, guys. We're good. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Eddie and I talk about how excited we are that our show is going to be a place for Asian actors to know that like they have a real shot at maybe their first big credit, right? Yeah. Because they know that they have a place, and I hope that we become a launch pad for a lot of other Asian actors the way that Wong Fu has been for so many. Like, I hope that we are a lot of their first big break. You know, they get their first co-star or guest star on our show, and then they take what they learned from us and then take it to the next thing that they do.
And honestly, like, it's not that we as a community or Asian Americans like ever like really hated Kung Fu or martial arts. Like, that is part of our culture and history. It's how mainstream America kind of made us ashamed about it because that was all they were showing. Right. And everyone just wants to be multifaceted. But if you're getting fed the same thing over and over again, then yes, you become a trope, you become a stereotype. We never asked to say, hey, we don't want to be awesome at fighting. We don't want to, you know, honor our heritage in martial arts either. I think it's great that there's this kind of like turning point also of how martial arts, Kung Fu, like any of that is, you know, kind of switching in terms of our own community's perception of leaning back into it and kind of reclaiming it.
Yeah. Kang said something really beautiful after we had all seen the pilot for the first time. She was like, it's so refreshing to know why this character is fighting. Mm-hmm. Because as you said, like, that was the thing that we were called in to do, right? You would come in, do a fight scene, and then leave, and we don't know anything about your character. Yeah. But Kang pointed out, we know why Nikki and Henry and whoever else is participating in these fight sequences. We know what they're fighting for. And so it's not fighting for the sake of fighting. There's emotion attached to it. Now there's a story attached to it, which makes the fight more significant and more powerful and impactful. Totally.
That's such a good point. Maybe that's why I was so excited to watch, like, you know, Warrior or Shang-Chi coming, because it's like there's actual reasons and stories behind this fight.
All right, as you're chewing, we just wanted to give another quick shout out to our sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Man, I remember when Wong Fu was first starting out, I was designing the website by hand, learning the HTML, and it was such a pain. But now Squarespace makes it so simple. One of their features, Video Blocks, allows us to feature our video work super seamless and beautifully. And I can tell you that I would not have been able to do that back in the day on my own. There's no need to spend countless hours learning how to code a website like I did back in the day. There's templates that Squarespace offers that are super elegant and work seamlessly with any device. To learn more about the other features offered, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to finally make your website, make sure to use our code WONGFU at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain name. Links are all in the descriptions below. Now let's get back to the episode.
We're gonna jump into some real quick games. I think we have some fun hypotheticals to ask you guys.
You guys are all, you know, training now. Who would win in a kung fu fight?
It's gotta be Olivia, man. Are you kidding me? I'm one time, I don't know what we were doing. I said, yo, come here. I grabbed her arm. I said, oh.
Oh
shoot,
yeah, he
what-
felt my little.
What? I said, she was like a rock, man. I said, okay, all right. You go ahead and take care of me, man. Get out there in front. All right, all good.
I want to start a kung fu challenge. Hashtag stay ready. Because I've been going up to every single castmate and like, oh, you almost died right now. Stay ready.
She'll throw a, so you'll be like looking off doing your work, and she'll come up with like a fist or like a knife hand in your throat, and she's like, stay ready! And everybody like flinches, like, oh my god, you almost killed me. So that's the stay ready kung fu challenge.
You sound like a joy to be on set with, Olivia.
That's just so Olivia.
Everyone has a great time around me.
In the pilot, we learned that you end up at a monastery, right? If you guys were to cleanse yourself of worldly things and decide to go to a monastery in real life, and you can take one thing with you, all right, to enjoy.
I started learning guitar when I was a kid, and I never got good at it. So I think I would bring like an acoustic, because you don't have to plug it in, and it would just be something, because my body would be so sore and in pain all the time at the monastery, but hopefully I could still use my
Yeah.
hands. So I would try to
Okay.
learn the guitar at the monastery.
Nice. Bring some entertainment to everyone
Oh
else.
no, it's not for them. It's just for me.
I tell you, I love to sleep, and I know those pillows up in the monastery is
Oh, that's smart.
it's really hard to sleep
That's smart.
on.
Bring your pillow.
I would bring a couple of comfortable pillows with me. That would be my earthly comfort at the monastery. That I could get a good night's sleep, because they're gonna be working me to death, man. You know how
true.
it goes.
Well, now I kind of want to steal that answer.
Oh,
I was going to say like a chessboard because I've been trying to get better at chess.
So intellectual.
And it would be,
wow.
yeah, it would be a game like that you probably won't get tired of because it's different every time. You
Yeah.
can play with all the other people at the monastery. You can bond. I'm competitive, so that'll fuel my competitive spirit. But man, I want a pillow too. But I'll say chessboard.
We're gonna play one last super quick game, and this one's dedicated to Ty.
Like we said, he's been in a lot of films. Often you play a wise, very loving father that experiences tragedy with the daughter. You know, you get separated somehow. So this game is kind of in the world of that.
Based on these clues, Ty, we're gonna see if you can remember which daughter it is associated with. Okay?
This is across all the films you've been in.
All the daughters. you've
seriously?
lost.
Easy.
Oh yeah, let's start off easy. I've got an easy one.
You think yours is
okay.
easy?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I love Mariah Carey.
Can you do the part too, Olivia?
Oh, when you walk by every night, it's right.
oh my
Oh,
God!
wait,
you're so good.
can I give one line?
Yes.
Yeah, push the goddamn button.
Whoa!
Good.
That was really
That was
good.
really
my
good.
God.
Okay, that was really easy. And of course, that's definitely Suyang from Russia.
Oh.
Wow.
Just hearing you say it is so much
Yeah.
love there.
Oh,
I'm like a kid again. This is great.
This daughter disobeyed you and ran away
Didn't they all kind of do that?
I lose my
I guess
daughters
so.
all the time.
because she wanted to bring honor to us all.
I actually knew the answer, but I was just playing along with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't make
Sure,
it
You wanna make
work.
it
It's
sing.
that easy. Mulan.
Okay, ready? I'm your favorite daughter.
That's it?
I'm your favorite.
I'm your favorite daughter. That's it.
Who is your favorite daughter, and why is it me?
Man, it's got to be Olivia, man. Shoot.
I asked in a live interview, I said, Ty, who is your favorite daughter and why is it me?
This daughter would say, "I'm a writer from New York City."
You know, that's a fail writer, not a successful one. No, but it's true. But that's why that's why she was having such a problem. Yeah, it had to be, Aquafina.
If I were this daughter of yours, I would say, Ba, I wish you told me more about your life in Taiwan.
Oh man, you break my heart, dude. That was really good, actually.
Oh, thank you.
And
Wow,
that's my girl in Tiger Tail. You know.
very good. Ty the dad definitely remembers all his daughters, and it's on our side, on the audience side, it's so fun seeing like us kind of create this web, and you're the connector for everyone. Thanks for playing that game with us.
What a pleasure.
Before we wrap up, I mean, we definitely want to encourage everyone to, watch the pilot. It's out now.
If there's one last thing you want to say to the audience that's about to watch this, if there's one thing you want to say to them, the closing statements as you wish.
It's a really fun show. I know you sat here listening to us talk about representation and stuff, but it's a fun time. It's a consummate classic adventure show. In the pilot, you're just going to get a small taste of things to come because that's what a pilot is by definition. We got so much story to tell you, and we've had such an amazing time this whole season shooting it, and we can't wait to share it.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of this show. And I tell you, martial arts is no longer just for us. This has become the mainstream culture now. It's part of America, man. Okay? And if you think if there's a stereotype out there that we need to at least deal with, would be a positive one. And martial arts happen to be one of them, man. You know, it gives us strength. It gives us representation. It also tells you that, man, don't come my way, brother, because I'm going to take care of business.
I'm also so proud. It's been a long time coming for something like this. As I said, you guys have been laying down the groundwork, so I know that your guys' fans are gonna love what we've got going on here. Like Eddie said, it's a fun show. It's got love, adventure, action, mystery, mythology, like everything you could want, your little heart could desire. It's in the show, and it's being told by Asians, which is really cool. And I hope that you guys feel a little bit seen and a little bit more understood. I hope you guys enjoy the journey with us.
Olivia, you mentioned people being proud to watch, and I just imagine all the Asian women, Asian American women that are gonna see you and feel empowered and feel seen. And everyone here at Wong Fu is so glad that we could even be a little bit part of your journey, and to see you at this level and center stage like this is amazing and so well deserved.
Everyone, if you haven't seen the pilot already, check it out. It's on CW. Again, thank you to our +1, Catherine Eng.
Thank you, Catherine.
It was a very special episode.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Catherine.
And Ty, it was so great to have you here. Eddie, also very nice to finally
Great to meet you guys. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much, and enjoy the show, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Let us into your living room, man. I'm telling you, you're going to not regret it. I'm telling you now.
And we will take off our shoes when we do.
That's right.